Don't worry, this episode is about Neville Goddard, but I want to start this episode with a quote from Dr. Joe Dispenza, and this is a quote that you might not find anywhere online because he said this at the last week-long advanced retreat in Vienna, Austria that I went to. I've already been to 3 week-long advanced retreats from Joe Dispenza, and besides Neville Goddard, he contributed a lot, or let's say his teachings and his meditations contributed a lot to my physical healing, to my emotional healing, to me manifesting more abundance. And he said something that is perfectly in alignment with the teachings of Neville Goddard. In fact, I believe that most of the teachings from Dr. Joe Dispenza and Neville Goddard are in perfect alignment with each other. I mentioned this in a different episode. I'm not a big fan of saying, one spiritual teacher, he knows everything, the other one is bad. That for me is the same as, fighting over which religion is right and which belief system is right. It shouldn't be about fighting. It should be about you picking from whatever teacher resonates with you, whatever episode resonates with you, and whatever philosophy resonates with you, to pick out the things that work for you and to practice them and to then experience a change in your life for yourself. So even if you maybe say, you know what, Sebastian, your one episode didn't resonate with me, but the other one resonated with me, that's perfectly fine. So now let's go to what Joe Dispenza said and what Neville Goddard also said, which is something that I will share with you in, as always, a quote directly from Neville Goddard. And when it comes to what Joe Dispenza said at the last week-long advanced retreat, I thought about this for a very long time. So here's what he said. You only have to make people believe, and I'm paraphrasing right now, I don't remember the exact words anymore, but it was something along the lines of this. You only have to make people believe that they have to look for God in the external, like outside of them, and then they will never look for God within them. And this sentence, this philosophy, this life philosophy, this realization is perfectly in alignment with what Neville Goddard says in The Law and the Promise. Man is all imagination, God is man, and exists in us and we in him. The eternal body of man is the imagination, that is, God himself. I want to repeat this sentence again. Man is all imagination, God is man, and exists in us and we in him. The eternal body of man is the imagination, that is, God himself. And you will never hear me say that my interpretations of Neville Goddard's teachings are 100% true and there can't be any other interpretations. I would never say that. I'm here at the Neville Goddard Decoded podcast, sharing with you how I see things, how I experience the world, what I believe Neville Goddard wanted to explain in these words. And when it comes to this sentence, or let's say these two sentences, they are so closely and beautifully related to what Dr. Joe Dispenza said at the last week-long advanced retreat, because if you make people believe that they have to look for God outside of them, then they will never look for God and therefore never find God within them. And again, this sentence from Neville Goddard, God is man and exists in us and we in him. The eternal body of man is the imagination, that is, God himself. And of course, this is also true if you are a woman. I always want to remind you in which time Neville Goddard talked about these things. So it's also about woman is all imagination, God is woman and exists in us and we in her. The eternal body of woman is the imagination, that is, God herself. It's true for women and for men, whatever gender you are. But the idea, the main idea that I want you to think of, which is for me so incredibly powerful, is again going back to Neville Goddard's main statement, or you could call it main statement. For me, it's one of the main statements that resonates with me whenever I see it, and that's the I am. And the I am for me represents I am God, God within. And I don't mean this in an ego-based sense, in a, I am better than everyone else, but in the sense of I am the creator of my life. I am the God that I'm actually praying to. Because by going into the state of the wish fulfilled, by feeling the feelings of my future, by going into the imagination, as Neville Goddard says here, man is all imagination, by going into the imaginary act, and by doing that over and over again, I create my reality. I am the creator. I am God. And this is a truly powerful realization, because when you make this realization, you no longer look for permission. You no longer look for any outside force to help you in your creation process, because you realize that you are God. You are God within. It is inside of you. No matter what gender you are, no matter if you're man or woman, no matter what skin color you have, you are the God that can create your destiny, that can create your life, that can create your abundance. I mean, if you want to find out more about my Abundance Reality Shift Coaching Program and you want to create more abundance in your life, then you can go to affirmationtomanifestation.com/abundance or simply click on the first link in the description. And if you then join this 8-week coaching program, in which we will have 8 individual coaching sessions together, you will then step into your own power of the I am. You will become the creator of your destiny. You will become the creator of your life. It's all about you making this realization and then you living your life from the energy, from the new paradigm of this realization. And that's when amazing things can happen in your life. That's when you can experience the most incredible shifts. I mean, I know it from my own life. Once I realized that I am God and God is within me and I am the creator of my reality, that's when I was really motivated and inspired to create my reality, to no longer stay in the past, to no longer stay in my unhealthy, not whole, so to speak, body, no longer stay in my broke mindset, no longer stay in this idea that it's impossible for me to live in a beautifully fulfilling, loving relationship without any drama. I had to let go of all of that and step into my power as a creator. And this is, in my humble opinion, exactly what Neville Goddard expressed with these words and what Joe Dispenza expressed in his words. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. And of course, you might also want to find out more about my 11 Days to Manifestation Mastery program, where you master every aspect of the manifestation process. And this program is my audio program, and it contains hypnosis, practical exercises, and lectures. And you can find out more about it by going to affirmationtomanifestation.com/mastery or by simply clicking on the second link in the description. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.